The brutality of the Spanish Inquisition against Muslims. A historical narrative. After the fall of Granada in 1492, the last Muslim stronghold in Andalusia, a new phase of religious and cultural oppression began. The Catholic monarchs, Ferdinand II and Isabella III, issued a decree forcing Muslims to convert to Christianity or face exile. Outwardly, many Muslims embraced the new religion, but secretly continued practicing Islamic rituals. These Muslims later became known as Moriscos, and they were a primary target of the Inquisition. The Spanish Inquisition was officially established in 1478 with the approval of Pope Sixtus IV. Its mission was to purify the kingdom from heresy, but it became a tool of oppression against Muslims and Jews. In 1502, a new decree forced Muslims in Castile to convert or leave the country, followed by a similar decree in Aragon in 1526, making conversion mandatory throughout Spain. The Inquisition began interrogating Moriscos, searching for evidence of secret Islamic practices. Investigations relied heavily on denunciations, often driven by malice or personal motives. Among the documented cases were 23 files concerning Muslims in Andalusia, revealing that Muslims preserved their language and customs despite persecution. One case exposed a Muslim woman secretly teaching children Islamic prayers. She was arrested, tortured until she confessed, and sentenced to prison with her property confiscated. The Inquisition used brutal torture methods, including burning, dismemberment, and iron clamps. Trials were held publicly in events known as auto de fe, meaning act of faith, where accused individuals were paraded before crowds, forced to confess, or burned alive. In Seville in 1481, the First Inquisition trial against Muslims was held, resulting in dozens of executions. Among the victims were 3 women: Maria Albacan, Maria Megmeg, and Inés de la Serna. They were forced to wear heretic robes, had their property seized, and were imprisoned for 3 years. These trials were used to terrorize Muslims and force them to abandon their culture. In 1567, King Philip II issued a decree banning the use of Arabic language, effectively declaring war on the Islamic identity of the Moriscos. Muslims responded with the Alpujarras uprising between 1568 and 1571, which was brutally suppressed. Thousands were killed and many villages were burned. After the uprising, the Inquisition intensified its crackdown and expanded its authority. Sentences included execution, imprisonment, property confiscation, and exile. Many Muslims confessed to crimes they didn't commit under torture. The courts targeted the poor, especially women, for their role in preserving religious culture. One document shows a child forced to testify against his mother for teaching him ablution. In many cases, merely owning a book in Arabic was considered a crime. Thousands of Islamic books and manuscripts were burned in public squares. The Catholic Church considered Arabic a language of heresy. In Granada, weekly Inquisition trials summoned dozens of Muslims. They were forced to change their names to Christian ones, banned from wearing traditional clothing or celebrating Islamic holidays. Even food was monitored. Eating halal was seen as proof of Islamic loyalty. In one case, a man was convicted for slaughtering a chicken according to Islamic rites and was executed after a trial that lasted only 3 days. Trials were held without lawyers, and defendants were often denied the right to defend themselves.